Hello, hello. It's a new day. It's a new life. It's a new world. And how are you feeling today? Yes, it's very interesting. Not just for me, not just for you, actually for everyone, you know, that the way that you hear them when they're speaking, or they hear you when you're speaking, or how to communicate with them depends on what they're willing and ready to receive, right? Yes, they can hear you, the words you're saying. They can also listen in a very different way. And who are you hearing? What are you hearing with your ears, with your mind, and listening to with your body? What does that mean? Often, when people speak, there is often one word verbally and about 10 words energetically. And so this particular thing is now the time to connect with you in a different way. How much have we been doing? How many people have we been with? What kind of work have we been doing? Children, parents, cousins, all over our life, all over our life. And how have we been not connecting, what I call disconnecting from ourselves in the last day, hour, weeks, months, years? Today is a new day. This is a new year, and it's the beginning of the year. So let me just ask, what would you like to do this month, this year? What would you like to engage with, play with, have fun with in this period? Sometimes people are feeling, when we feel something, we're feeling it in our bodies. We're feeling it in our head, in our throats, in our hearts, in our legs, you know? Please, your body is here on planet Earth. How does it get any better than that, right? Your body is physically here, present on planet Earth. When we are connected with our bodies, not just thinking that you have pain or you have problems or you have people against you or blah, 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 all kinds of things, right? Ask your body, because your body is not thinking. It's not a problem if you're thinking, it's a capacity to think. However, it is an amazing intelligence to know what it is today, in this time, in this moment, that the world, that your animal friends, that your invisible friends, what does that mean, invisible friends? Sometimes it's your great grandparents, your grandparents, your parents, children, A lot of people choose to leave the planet, and that's okay. But if we're here, are you here physically present on planet Earth? We chose to be here. And so, what is it that we can have enjoyment with? And I say, be in joy with being here. When you are connected with you, when you are present with your body, when you are speaking to yourself and to others in a way that gives a happy, delightful, delicious vibration, that is a gift. It is a gift for you. It is a gift for your body. It is a gift for the planet Earth. Because when you are being a gift to yourself, to you, to your body, then the planet Earth has a different vibration. The other day, it was raining so much, and I was really so present with me, with my body, with my husband, with my doggy, and my grandmother, who has been in heaven for many years, was visible. I have photos and things of her, and I was smiling and feeling so delightful. The rain stopped. The sun came out. And even when I was looking on my phone to see what the temperature and what the, what's going on here in this city, it was supposed to be raining, raining, raining all day. So, what would you like? I love sun, not just our suns, but the sun up in the sky. What is it that you would like? Would you like your body to feel better? Would you like to gain some weight, lose some weight? Would you like for your room that you're staying in, or your hotel that you're staying in, or your house, the city you're living in, the country you're living in, the train you're riding on? What is it? Whatever it is, when you are willing to acknowledge who you are, what you are, someone here pleasant on planet Earth, and also, what is it, okay, today, that you can not just think about, what we say in Access is perceive, perceive, get the, what is that? Who is that? What's going on? Right? Body, 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 body. And you'll always get a ring. There was a ring going on. I get a breath, a different breath. When I'm truly connected with my body, you don't have to do it and be it in the same way I do it or someone else does it. Please be you. Be you. Got a buddy, his name is Dr. Dane here. He wrote a book years ago. I even got it translated into Italian and different languages for him. And now it's in many languages. Be you, being you. You can and will change the world. And since we're here on planet Earth, we're here in the world. When you are being present with you, and when you are conversing with your body. Doesn't have to be verbal. Hi, body, 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 body. Hello. Let me know. You can do a little clip how it shows up for you once you get relaxed, once you are conversing with yourself, with your body, and not having to say, okay, body, what is it that you require today? Okay, body, blah, 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 blah. No, it's just for you, just for fun. You don't have to actually tell anyone. You can just breathe in and breathe out, breathe in and breathe out, breathe in and breathe out, and see what shows up. Just now, thank you so much for being here because that third time I said it, my mind, my brain, my head just got very light. And we begin expanding our zones, our mental zones, we begin expanding our zones and connecting with the spirit or the infinite being that we are and recognizing, please, what is it that we have been doing, that we have done, that we would like to do, that we would like to have fun with? What would give us joy? What is it that would bring us joy? What is it that would make us feel good? Right? I love being with people. You don't have to love being with people. That's just something for me. Since I was a child, always with people, born and raised in Boston, Massachusetts. And there were so many people from all around the world. And it was delightful. And as a child, as a kid, I was always hearing them speak and listening to their bodies. I started about almost 20 years ago doing a 3 day body class, right? It's an Access 3 day body class. I was so happy to do that because not everybody is willing for you to be connected with their bodies. But I do, you know, not necessarily teaching, but in different places we call it teaching people about their bodies. I'm just an invitation for people to be connected with their bodies and their vibration. And I always say, and this is true for you, it may not be in these 10 seconds, but it is so true for me for years. It's so clear for me. And I'll just say it. Please know there is no one on this planet Earth that does you better than you. If you're willing to be connected with you and your body and your awareness, your capacity, I call it, in America, we call it your magic, then that is a gift. And see if you're listening to this, if you're hearing this, if you are present with this. See who calls you, right? And I always say when I do workshops and sessions with people and they are getting connected with them, and someone calls them, I say to them, you do not have to not connect with that person, because when you are really being connected with you and you are opening up all your walls and barriers and you are downloading all of your points of view and going beyond your mask or veil and trying to be someone, as opposed to being you. Like my buddy Dr. Dane says, you can and will change the world. And not only that people are just thinking, oh, how you were so fabulous, they're recognizing their amazingness thanks to you. And that's a great vibration. Okay. So please, you don't have to take care of other people before you connect with you, because that's a gift to you. It's a gift to your body, and it's a gift to the world, right? I play with this. I've done this book. My buddy Gary Douglas made me write a book about communication, like about 18 years ago. Yeah. No, it was actually 19 years ago that he was like, he came here. I'm living in Rome, Italy, and he came here from the United States and was here at my house, bed and breakfast and stuff with his buddies, Dr. Dane and Simone Millicis. And they were like, you have to write a book about communication, the way you communicate with people. And I was like, why? Why do I? Was I recognizing me? Are you recognizing you? Up until now. That's my Delhi phrase from India. I've been traveling around the world for over 15 years, almost twice a week or twice a month. And up until now, what is the change that has been asking for us that we have not been, up until now, perceiving, knowing, being, and receiving? Everything that up until now has not allowed you to acknowledge you. There is no one on the planet like you. We're about 90%, It's winter, so I'm a little, just a little brown. But I love in the summer, but I can get a little bit darker, in the winter. It's a little lighter, that's fine. I get a little bit more food in the winter, but in the summer, I'm, doing lots of tennis and playing and working. And so every day, every month, every season, every year is a change. What is the change? What is the change in this year that we can and will be? Please. Some people are choosing to leave planet Earth. Some people have never chosen to come to planet Earth. Some beings, some spirits have never chosen to come. That's okay. He cannot get you wrong, right? They can't get themselves wrong. So if you're aware of you, then when you communicate with other people, you can recognize how they're willing to hear you, when they're willing to connect with you, where and in what way. And please do not diminish your amazingness. Be who you be. But sometimes when you're talking with someone, right? And I play a lot with that, with this right voice for you, with the 7 steps, with the dancing with riches, with the, when you're talking with someone, sometimes You know, if you're talking to someone like this, they won't hear you. I met my buddy. We did some songs. I've got a book, The Seven Steps in Dancing with Riches, right? I've got a song of both of these. I'll share them with you. And my buddy who, was did the song with me, when I first met him, I was like, oh my goodness, he was playing music. Oh my goodness, I so love that music. That's me. I so love that music. I love music. All kinds of music. Any kind of music. I adore it. But I was saying this because I was so connected with me and the music. He couldn't hear me. He wasn't being able to hear me. So I was like, okay, he's not listening to me. Okay. Hi, I love that music that you're doing. It's amazing. Oh, thank you. So, what is the way that initially you, once you're connected with yourself and you recognize how other people are connected with them or not connected with them, you will use, not abuse, but use your communication with them in a way that you're aware of, that they're willing to receive, and that they will enjoy. And together you will be in joy with them. Are you ready? Are you ready for this? Do you like it? Do you like it like this? Okay, sorry. I'm a singaholic sometimes. But I would love to have people on this planet. That's why I'm here to be in line with their vibration and their amazingness and recognize the little difference that they are from other people, right? You're a little bit different, just a little bit, right? It's that you might be a male, a female, you might be a boy or a girl, you might be tall or short, but most of us have fingers, noses, eyes, ears, you know, shoulders, legs. Some people don't. Some people are missing that, but we have 90% the same, even if you're speaking in a different language. I invite you to hear and listen to different languages. I love hearing different languages. When I do workshops, right, and when I do events, and sometimes there are videos or something that you show with people, and I have people listen in their language to the video and watch it, and I listen to the videos in a language that, quote unquote, I don't know, but I do receive. So please play with some languages. You know, you can say hello, hola, hoy, buenos dias. You can say all kinds of things, just one thing, and it can and will change someone's life. Are you ready to communicate in your unique way with the voice vibration that someone is able and willing to hear so that your life can and will become, in this period, enjoyable, magical, great, and that can and will change the world. Please, when you're doing this, if you're hearing it, take a photo before of yourself. You don't have to share it with anyone. And take a photo after, not just listening and seeing and hearing this, what I'm saying, but when and if you are willing to activate one of the various things I talked about, see the difference that shows up for you and the difference that you have been asking for that now shows up in a very different way. I hope you enjoy it because it's not just a gift for you. Hello, hello, hello. It's not just a gift for you, it's a gift for me, for others, for your body, and for the world. I would love to invite you to be you. Dr. Dane here says to be you. You can and will change the world and have joy in business. My girlfriend, my sister from another mister, Simone Miller says, have joy in business. What else is possible? And how does it get any better than that? And what is now the time for? Life can be difficult sometimes. At times it weighs you down, but that's no reason to go through every day with a frown. Okay? Look up, smile, and be ready. And that's my 7 step songs. Thank you so much for being here on planet Earth and also for listening. If it wasn't fun for you, are you fun for you? True? True? Everything that hasn't allowed that, let it go. Looks like another love TKO. Thank you. Arigato gozaimasu. That's how we say it in Shokran. Thank you. Merci. Gracias. Grazie. There's different ways to say thank you. And when you say thank you can be thankful to you. Please be thankful for being here, planet Earth. Hope to see you soon. Bye bye.